Hi, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your March 1st to the 15th, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, and it gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm. So thank you so very much for doing so. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Okay, so what's really interesting here is that we're being a bit mulish about something. So just be aware of it, that we're really digging our heels in and we're thinking, it has to be this way. I want it to be just like this, right? And so we can get very tunnel visioned and we can miss opportunities that are coming to us because they're not going to fit into the way that we think it should. So just be mindful about that during this time. So we need to kind of like open up our minds. We're coming to a completion of a cycle when it comes to our prosperity, when it comes to our success or what we value as much as money. Now, because this is reversed, we're not going to see the instantaneous success that we want to see. Our emotions can get the best of us, so do be mindful about that. We have the Knight of Cups reversed, and yet we have the Queen of Cups in the upright position. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. But our emotions can get the best of us during this time. And I know we're ruled by Saturn. We don't like it when our emotions get the best of us. We like to be calm and sensible, and we kind of pride ourselves on that mentality towards things. But just be aware during this time that we can just get frustrated and our emotions can just erupt, just like absolutely like a volcano. So just be aware during this time, we can also feel other people's emotions very intensely. And so we can think, oh, I have to do it just like this because that's what everybody wants me to do, or that's how everybody wants it to be. So being aware of that is going to be super important. The High Priestess is having the veil lifted from our eyes. We're looking at things more deeply, we're looking at things more openly, and we're looking at things more honestly for ourselves. We are going to be seeing where we want to stand with what we love. Now, with the Four of Wands reverse, there's something here that isn't necessarily going to go according to plan. Certain things can fall through. We might think, oh, I'm going to be moving here or moving there, and it's not going to necessarily happen during this time. There is a pause, remember, around our prosperity and around our success. So do be mindful about this. But with the Four of Wands reverse, there is just a sense of things not being celebrated during this time. So just be mindful about this. With the Queen of Cups, it's embracing your heart. It's moving forward in what you love. Water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, where we can find that energy kind of trips us up during this time. If we have water sign energy in our chart, if we have water sign energy in our lives, if it is taken to the extreme, of course, if anything is taken to the extreme, but we will have water sign energy in our lives or in our personality that wants to run amok. It just wants to charge forward, devil may care what happens type of thing. But then we have countering that water sign energy or emotional energy. This can also be emotional energy that is very nurturing, very caring, and very compassionate, that wants to see things grow and wants to see things manifest forward the way that we know it should. It's like, oh, I knew that was going to do that. I knew it was going to grow this way. And that is going to be very important. We're seeing ourselves connecting more and more with our spiritual selves, with our, sensitive selves. There's almost a sense of, we have felt before that it was bad to be sensitive. We could have been mocked or teased because of it. But if you are a highly sensitive person or just sensitive in general, you're going to see that that's part of your power during this time. Step into an energy and be able to feel. And yet we've been running away from our feelings for quite a while. So just be mindful about this. With the Death card reverse, this is Scorpio energy. Time frame is October 23rd to November 21st. This is reversed. There's a sense, even though we are connecting with the spirit world, we aren't letting ourselves transform in it. We're thinking, oh no, it has to be this way. It has to be that way. Again, we can be very mulish during this time. So do be mindful about this. But there can also be a lot of secrets coming forward, a lot of secrets around us, a lot of things that we're not seeing the full truth of. So just be aware of that during this time too, as well. So let's see what Spirit has to say. If you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a clover in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on Sunday, the first Sunday of this month. So good luck to everyone. And we'll be doing this every Sunday. So tune in. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is fairy tale reversed. Again, we are being very, very sensible. But Spirit is saying, remember the fairy tales. Remember the stories that ignited your spirit and moved you forward. Remember the fairy tales. So during this time, we can want to be so sensible, and yet Spirit is telling us, remember the stories, remember the fairy tales. They are going to be important to us. And going back to those stories that we had loved as children and reconnecting with that energy is going to be it's going to be beautiful for us. It's going to be very liberating. Our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is Mother Earth. This is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. What Mother Earth is, we're Earth sign energy. We have to connect with the earth. We have to ground ourselves and connect with ourselves. So Mother Earth, we can think of this as the Earth Mother, where it's, totally compassionate, totally caring, totally giving. But remember, and I'm always surprised that people forget, the earth is also, tornadoes and whirlpools and hurricanes and blizzards and landslides. There's an intensity to it as well as a beauty. It gives and it takes. And this is going to be a time where we need to come to balance and harmony with that energy and with that insight. And it's going to be very important. But grounding ourselves, getting outside, fresh air, if we can't get outside, then sitting by a window or having a window open, being able to take in the fresh air, that's going to be so important. And it's going to be so beautiful for us. And if we can't do any of that, visualizing the sun on our face, visualizing, our bodies soaking in, the beautiful healing rays, that's going to be a beautiful thing. Like just visualizing laying out in the meadow when we're laying in our beds, that's going to be a beautiful healing thing for us. Let's see here the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. We need to be mindful with the 6 of Cups of the past being more real than the present. This is going to be a time where we just need to be aware that we can be greatly influenced by the past, by wanting to either replicate it or wanting to run away from it and prove it wrong. So just be mindful during this time that the past can seem more real than the present. And that's just an important thing to know, that we don't need to prove anything to anyone, and that we need to show up for ourselves. Now, the Two of Swords reversed. The Two of Swords reversed is us being, again, mulish, pig-headed. It is a sense of, I want it done just like this, and it's going to be done just like this. So just be mindful about that. The energy is going to come in. It's not going to serve us well. We have to have a bit of wiggle room, because we're going to see avenues, opportunities, ideas opening up that weren't necessarily what we thought they were going to be. We're going to kind of step back and be like, wow, that's kind of amazing, because it is kind of amazing. With the 10 of Pentacles reversed, there's a moving forward in wealth and prosperity that we want to happen right now, and it's going to take a moment. Okay, so just be mindful about this. We can also be learning and coming to a completion of a cycle when it comes to our money, when it comes to our prosperity, when it comes to what we desire in life, where it's realizations we didn't think we would have, or it's ways of moving forward that we didn't think it would be like, oh, it's that, is it? Okay, so just be aware of this during this time. We can feel like we're going through a huge struggle, and we're going through. What's also very interesting is during this time, there's a lot of, we're almost at the finish line, but I want to give up. And that's with a lot of people. A lot of signs during this time. It's like, I'm almost at the finish line, but I'm frustrated. I'm overwhelmed. I don't see the opportunities coming to me. I want to give up. So just be mindful about this. They are here. It's taking a moment. Okay. And it's rethinking and reanalyzing, retaking in the way that you had seen things. And that's going to be very important during this time. Do not let your emotions run away with you. It will be very, very easy to kind of be fed off of the emotions of others and to just let the emotions run away. Be mindful about this. Stabilize yourself, steady yourself, ground yourself. Don't be so practical that you don't let your emotions in, but don't be so emotional that the practicality goes out the window. It's going to be a balancing act that we need to do during this time. With the With the high priestess, the veil is being lifted from our eyes. We are seeing things more openly. We are seeing things more honestly. We are looking at things and having a connection with spirit. We might actually be seeing ourselves coming full circle to the fairy tales, to the stories, to the inspiration, to the things that kind of like jump started us when we were little on a path that is us, like it in the story that is us. So just being aware of this during this time. Also being aware of your magic, of your, I always like to say sparkle right now. That's how spirit is showing it to me. It's your sparkle. And I think that sounds like, a vampire, right? In Twilight. But it's very much saying like, this is the way you get to shine. This is your beauty of moving forward in you. And your sparkle is why you're here on this earthly plane. It is your unique talent, your unique way of doing things. It doesn't have to mean that it makes you money. Okay. We tend to think, oh, if this is something I like to do, then I should be able to monetize it. No, it is just the thing that makes you shine, that brings forward your passion, your prosperity, your beauty, your success within your world, and that moves you forward in ways that you need to, like in the ways that feed your soul and feed yourself. With the high priestess coming forward, you're going to be looking at things very differently. You're going to be seeing yourself very differently, and you're going to see that it is imperative that you do things that feed your creativity, but also that feed your soul and make you feel more connected to this world and to what you love. With the Four of Wands reversed, there is something that isn't being celebrated during this time. We can feel like it's a failure or a setback, and it may be, but right now it's almost as if like I need to step back. I need to see what it is that I really want, what is really important. We've kind of gotten into a sense of like I will make it work, like it will do what I want it to do. And there's something here that when it doesn't work out, it makes you reevaluate things and it brings things into alignment in a way that is very beneficial to you moving forward towards what you want, towards what you need, and towards where you need to be for you. And that's going to be a game changer. With the Queen of Cups, this is healing beautiful love. This is embracing your heart chakra. This is release of anger and frustration, bathing yourself in the color green. Heart chakra and chakra energy, liver chakra, not chakra, but liver energy in Qigong, which, our liver is where our anger and our frustration is held. And we're going to see ourselves moving forward in healing. We're going to see ourselves moving forward in compassion, moving forward in love. And there's almost been this sense of if I move forward in love, if I move forward in calmness, if I move forward in this slow, steady grace, it's weakness. It's weakness in one way or another. Like I always have to be doing something kind of like explosive and big. This is embracing the calm and the gentle. And you're going to see that it is beautiful for you and it is transformative. And it brings you then to the death card. We are resisting a transformation that is coming. And there are lies and secrets that are coming around, lies that we're telling ourselves, ideas that we're feeding off of that were once upon a time true, not in the fairy tales that we loved, but in the story that we told ourselves about ourselves. And it's not true anymore, or it doesn't need to be true anymore. And we're going to see ourselves transforming, but we're going to see ourselves resisting the transformation. So just be mindful about this during this time, that in order to grow the way that we want to and see the success that we want to, we have to connect with ourselves as spiritual beings. We have to connect with ourselves in a way that says my heart matters, my emotions matter. They don't get to take over me because we shove them down until they can't be shoved down anymore. And then they erupt forward like a volcano. And we're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on here. But it's embracing our emotions, embracing our love, embracing our compassion, and seeing us move forward in a way that is beautiful and healing for us, that guides us to what we really need. So just being aware of this during this time, that we are going to be resisting it, but spirit is moving us forward in ways that we hadn't imagined, that's going to be important. Our subconscious spirit message is success. We are successful. And we just have to know that we are successful, whether it be the way that we thought we were going to be successful or exactly, how we wanted it to be. That doesn't matter. Spirit is saying here, you are a success. See that in yourself. It brings you then to your subconscious chakra energy and its communication. Now, that's also why the emotions of everybody else play so heavily on you. You're communicating with everybody. You're picking up on the energetic communication of everyone without even knowing it. So just be mindful about this during this time, because with the throat chakra, this is the third chakra coming forward, that you're reading a room, you're reading a person, but you're reading their emotions, you're reading their frustrations, you're reading a lot of them that they might not be bringing to the table or think that they're bringing to the table in this conversation, right? So you're going to be playing off of a whole bunch more than they think should be played off of right now, if that makes sense. I hope that does, because you're picking up on all the nuances of their emotions. And it's kind of like, okay, connect right here, right now, and listen to what they're saying. Because you can be pulled off track by what they're feeling or the argument that they just had with somebody else. And it will be pulling all that forward, and that will be muddying the waters. So just be aware of this during this time. Make sure you're showing up and listening to what they're saying, like listening to them and listening to yourself too, because you'll be pulling in all the backstory instead of just hearing what's happening right now. So just be aware of this during this time because it can make things frustrating. Subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Eight of Cups. And there is a sense here that during this time we can be a little bit explosive and just walk away and be like, that's it, I'm done, I'm out. So here it is walking away a little bit too quickly. And the subconscious, yeah, I was waiting for this. I was like, why isn't Cancer showing up? I should have said something earlier, but Cancer is our sister sign. And Cancer, when it shows up, can bring out the best in us or it can bring out the worst in us. Here, it's reverse, it's subconsciously. It is making us run amok. So just be mindful of Cancer energy during this time, but be mindful of that energy that just, it just pushes your buttons, like only a sister can or only a sibling can, like push your buttons in ways that bring out the frustration. All right. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. Bye.